History is a thread, and sometimes that thread snaps. In the world we know, Clark Kent was forged by sun-drenched fields of Kansas, by the quiet wisdom of Jonathan and Martha Kent. He was a creature of light because he was raised by people who believed in the inherent goodness of neighbors. But move that landing coordinates by a few hundred miles, swap the cornfields for the soot-covered skyscrapers of Gotham City. This is a rainy Tuesday. Thomas and Martha Wayne are driving home from a charity gala when the sky splits open. A streak of fire slams into an abandoned warehouse district. Most would run away, but Thomas Wayne is a man of science and curiosity. He stops the car and approaches the smoking crater. Inside there isn't a monster. There is a child wrapped in a red cape, reaching out with a strength that nearly crushes Thomas' hand. In this moment, the Waynes make a choice that changes the multiverse. They don't call the authorities. They know GCPD is corrupt. They know the government would turn this boy into a weapon. They wrap him in a silk coat, put him in the back of their limo, and drive him to one of the places he can be safe, Wayne Manor. Imagine the childhood of Clark Wayne. He isn't throwing hay bales. He's learning Latin, chess, and corporate law. But while Bruce is a natural athlete, Clark is different. By age 7, Clark accidentally rips the door off the family vault. By age 9, he starts screaming because he can hear every heartbeat in the Narrows, every scream in the Arkham, every whispered bribe in the City Hall. The sensory overload is a nightmare. Thomas Wayne builds a quiet room in the basement, lined with lead to give his adopted son peace. And Thomas says, "Clark, the world out there, it's loud and broken. You are a miracle, but a miracle that Gotham would eat alive. You must stay hidden. You must be ghost in this house." This is the crucial difference. The Kents taught Clark to use his powers to help. The Waynes teach Clark to fear his powers because of what the world would do to him. This breeds a deep simmering paranoia. Clark doesn't see himself as a savior. He sees himself as a freak hiding in a mansion. It's the night of tragedy. The Wayne leaves the Monarch Theater. Joe Chill steps out of the shadows. The gun is drawn. In the original timeline, there was nothing Bruce could do. But here, Clark is there. He's 12 years old. He sees the hammer of the gun cocked back. He sees the sweat on Chill's lip. Time slows down. Clark moves. He's faster than a bullet. He puts his hand over the barrel of the gun. The trigger is pulled back. Click. The gun explodes in Joe Chill's hand. The robber screams, terrified by this boy who just ate a bullet with his palm. But Clark doesn't stop. He doesn't have the no-kill rule yet. He's a scared child who just saw his father threatened. He swings. He doesn't know his own strength. Thomas and Martha are alive, but they look at their son with horror. They see the blood on his hands. They see the coldness in his eyes. And Bruce looks at his brother not with love, but with a newfound terrifying realization. Clark is a god, and God is dangerous. Fast forward to adulthood. Thomas and Martha have passed away from natural causes, leaving the Wayne Empire to the brothers, but Gotham hasn't gotten better. Bruce Wayne uses the money to become the world's greatest detective, working from the shadows. But Clark is done hiding. He becomes the Superman of Gotham. This isn't the hero we know. He doesn't smile. He doesn't wear bright colors. He hovers 500 feet above the GCPD headquarters. If a crime is committed, he doesn't investigate. He uses heat vision from the clouds to melt down the tires of getaway cars. He drops into the mob meetings like a nuclear bomb. The city is safe, but it's a police state. There is no trial, no jury, just gaze of Clark Wayne. And Clark, while talking to Bruce, says, "Bruce, I can see every sin in this city. Why should I let them breathe when I can stop the heart of the killer before he even pulls a knife?" Listening to Clark, Bruce realizes his brother has become the ultimate version of the thing they once feared. Clark isn't a hero, he's a warden. And Bruce, the man who spent his life preparing for every threat, has spent 20 years secretly developing the K Project. The confrontation is inevitable. Bruce has been siphoning kryptonite from a meteor crash he tracked years ago. He lures Clark to the cave and said, "You were my brother Clark, but Gotham doesn't need a god. It needs conscience." The fight is brutal. It's not about who is stronger. It's about the soul of the city. Bruce uses sonic weaponry and kryptonite gas. For the first time in his life, Clark feels pain. He feels human. And in that pain, the Kansas-born soul that was buried deep inside finally flickers to life. Clark realizes that in his quest to protect his family's legacy, he became the monster that would have scared Thomas and Martha the most. He doesn't fight Bruce. He reaches out a hand and said, "You're right. I have been listening to the city's heartbeats, but I forgot to listen to my own." Clark Wayne leaves Gotham. He realizes he can't be a hero in the dark. He moves to a place that needs light, Metropolis. He takes a job as a reporter, learning to listen to people instead of just hovering over them. Bruce stays in the Gotham. He becomes the Batman, the man in the shadows, finally relieved that he doesn't have to watch his brother's descent into the madness anymore. Nature versus nature. In every universe, Clark Kent has power of a god, but it's the hands that catch him when he falls that determine if he becomes a savior or a tyrant. Comment down your thoughts below and make sure to like and subscribe the channel. We are the Doozy Heroes, and this is just the beginning. See you next time. Bye bye.